Salutations, hello, hi, and welcome to Basic Public Speaking. I'm Christy Thomas. I'm a professor instructor for this course, and this is a weekly chat video. But, surprise, this is covering 2 weeks, week 14 and week 15. Week 15 is a holiday week for ACTC along with every other school. So, ACTC takes the Thursday and Friday off, where probably other schools have the entire week. That's why I'm putting these 2 weeks together, so you're not missing out on information. With that being said, everything for this course has been open for quite a while now. All lessons, all the assignments, speeches, all the goodies, minus weekly communication, has been open for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and discuss. And I'm reiterating because I've said this before in previous videos, and it's also on the main calendar that I posted at the beginning of the course that's on Blackboard of our weekly schedule, is that these last few weeks are really set aside as work weeks so that you are giving yourself plenty of time to get all of these final assignments done, your final storytelling, the final speech for this course, and the second round of the Canon's Rhetoric. On top of all that, if you're missing anything, this gives you more time to work on anything that's missing. So there's really no lessons these weeks. So I don't have anything to discuss with you. If you're more than welcome to go back and look through any previous lessons or check out all the extras that have been added throughout the course, but we are done with lessons. So these are literally set aside for work weeks. So let's go ahead and discuss what is due in this 2-week block. And really, you have your final storytelling speech, and that's due Tuesday. It's due by, let's bold, italicize, underline, all the things, by 5 o'clock on Tuesday, November 25th. That's week 15th. So if you happen to be a dual credit student of mine and your school that you attend doesn't have school that week, just be aware that you have until Tuesday, November 25th and you can submit this at any time. And some of you already have. Kudos. But let's go ahead and discuss it. And for some reason, if you haven't watched any of the previous videos where I discuss the final storytelling description, or even checked out the module, because again, every speech has its own little home. The final storytelling speech. This is where you will state your case. Yes, state your case. We are in the holiday months. Lots of celebrations are happening. And generally what happens with celebrations, there's people get together in community spirit. This could be friends, family, organizations, affiliations, but they get together for a holiday meal. And it could be a big sit-down meal, or it could be, a potluck situation, or it could be appetizers, or you kind of maybe go off the beaten path and your tradition is to have, maybe you barbecue. I don't know. But because it is the holiday season and there are multiple times that we are getting together and we're celebrating with folks and usually food is involved, this is your chance to state your case on the very best side and very best dessert. I don't want to know about the main dish. I don't want to know if it's turkey or ham or duck or, barbecue, whatever it is. I don't need to know that. I want to know what you would choose as the best side and dessert. But I also know that some people are a little torn when it comes to sides or desserts, and it's hard. So you can give me multiple ones, but tell me why. You put it out there, but tell me why. Back it up. I don't mean you have to do research this was invented in, as we know it today as the apple pie was, I don't need that. What I'm saying is perhaps it's a memory, or it's a tradition, or perhaps you just really love it's super, super tasty, or it could be, someone, you only get it at the holiday season because, maybe you don't get to see the person who originates the dish, and you get to see them at the holiday season, so you get to have it then. Or maybe it's just something that's not traditionally made unless it's the holiday season. Or it could be all of the above, some of the above. Whatever the case may be here, I want to know what you think the best side is and what the best dessert is. There are certain dishes that I always make around the holiday season. Some of the holidays I do a traditional sit-down meal. And then some holidays I really love, small bites finger food. So there's certain things that I make throughout the holiday season, and I can make them any other time, and I do, but for some reason they always resonate in the holiday season, and we always make them. Like, I always make a homemade macaroni and cheese. I love a good carb. I love a good cheese. The combo together is chef's kiss. So much that my kids, my son, you really request it. So even though I make this dish throughout the year, automatically when the holidays come up, are you making this? Absolutely. Let me get on to that. I also make like a sausage ball when I do quick bites. You know, usually, again, I love a good carb and I love a good cheese. So a lot of my dishes have cheese in them. But I also make like a roasted veggie situation. Anyway, those are things that I can make all year, but they really requested during the holiday season. Cookie making, candy making, I'll do that as well for desserts. But again, this is you. I want to know your favorite side and your favorite dessert. And it could be because you love the taste of it. Maybe you only get it. Maybe Aunt Sue makes the best broccoli cheese casserole and you only get it the holiday season. Or Papa or Uncle Jim makes a really great mean pie. Whatever the case may be here. And if there's multiple ones, tell me all about them. Perhaps you are also a carb lover and the rolls, maybe you have a plethora to choose from in rolls. Like, I always have multiple kinds of rolls because one of my kids really loves rolls and I want to have different options. You know, I don't want to say I have picky eaters, but I have particular eaters. So, you know, we're making sure everybody's fed, and fed is best. But again, state your case, the best side and dessert, and I want to hear about it. That is due by 5 o'clock on Tuesday, November 25th. That is week 15. So again, week 14 and week 15, that's the video this is for. The only thing you have coming up due is the final storytelling speech. We just chatted about it. It's got its own home that has a Word document and a video chat about it. And then also the link to upload your video of you giving the speech. Because it is a storytelling speech, there are no technical requirements. Nothing. I don't need an outline. I don't need a transcript. The only thing you need to submit is a video of yourself giving the speech on the best side and dessert. Yay, hooray. So again, week 15 is the holiday week for ACTC. They take Thursday and Friday. If you're a dual credit student of mine, you probably have a longer week. So that's why I'm doing week 14 and week 15. Week 14 are the dates November 17th to the 21st. I can't recall if I said that at the beginning. And week 15 is November 24th through 26th. Again, that's just 3 days that ACTC is in session. At any time, you can reach out to me, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. I will be forthcoming. Week 15, I have some dental work planned along with just the holiday. My kids have the entire week off, so I may not be able to quickly respond, but I will respond nonetheless. So with that being said, again, these last few weeks, 14, 15, 16, and 17 is the finals week itself. So we don't even really count week 17. I just put it on the calendar as week 17 because it's finals week. But there's nothing, we're not meeting. The only communication that we will be reminding you, hey, your final is due. So to speed that up, those are the remainder, words are hard. The remainder of this course is set aside for work weeks. You have your final storytelling due during week 15, no later than Tuesday by 5 o'clock on November 25th, which is a Tuesday. The following week, which is week 16, by that Friday, which I believe is, let me look at my calendar, December 5th, your Canons Rhetoric Round 2 is due. The exact same questions as Round 1. Just applying what you learned from this course. That's an engagement questionnaire for me. There is no right or wrong. It's just for me to see what's working and not working. And some of you have already submitted that. And some of you have already submitted everything else for the rest of the course. So kudos. Yay, hooray. Take a breather. And then that last week, which is 17 in the calendar, but is finals week. And it is your final persuasive speech is due by December 10th, which is a Wednesday by noon. Yes. So, and the cutoff date for this course for anything, if you're missing anything whatsoever, again, that's why you have so many weeks set aside for work weeks. If you're missing anything whatsoever, it is due no later than noon on Wednesday, December 10th. I cannot and will not accept anything past noon on Wednesday, December the 10th. I'm telling you this date. This date has been up on all communication, either videos or emails or announcements. So it's not a surprise unless you have not been checking your information. That's the only way that this date would be a shock. So, week 14, 15, final storytelling is due. Week 16, your second round canons rhetoric is due. And week 17 is finals week, and the final is due by noon on Wednesday, December 10th. Cutoff date for this course is noon, Wednesday, December the 10th. So, check out, if you haven't looked at the final storytelling or the final persuasive speech, because the final persuasive speech is your more technically inclined speech, please do so. Look at all of that. And I'll probably make another video just to remind you about the persuasive speech. So with that being said, I hope that you will have a fabulous few weeks. I will still be communicating weekly as I do. Just this video covers 2 weeks because it's a holiday week. So who knows where we'll be in the check-in situation. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I hope you have an amazing few weeks. Happy holidays. And may you have all the festiveness. Thank you so much. Bye.